everybody, it's Reaper, and we're back in Citadel Forge with Fire. And this is going to be a little bit of a combination of, mainly it's going to be a few tips and tricks video, whatever, and just a quick little tour and an update. We are now level 35, pushing 36, alright. We've gotten some decent gear, and our upgraded broom, which has nice flying speed. Our plus 4 mana per second magic ring, we crafted that. And yeah, so this is what our base is currently looking like. We are over near that tower, which is right here. Where are we at? Duh. We're down here at near Palisading Light. I recommend building near a tower, and I'm sure most people do, but either way, it's definitely a good idea. So anyway, yeah, this is our quick base, and just to show off what we got going on here. We have 4 dragons. We have managed to tame, I've managed to tame 2 flame dragons, decent level. Deathwing and Inferno, and my 2 new favorites are Dark, the black dragon, he's amazing, and hold on here, we're not done. And we have another black dragon up on the roof, he would fit in here. This is our little garden area, which we got to get going now. A little bigger. Want to expand on that. I highly recommend gardening. I just started to get into it, and it's amazing. And this is Bloodfang, also badass. Got to tear some walls down to get them out. But yeah, anyway, that's a quick little detour and a quick update. And let's tear this wall down. We're not going to need it. I mean, we will then, but not yet, so. Oh, I love him so much. Can we fit? Oh, we can't. Damn it. Ugh. We better be able to get off. Oh, wait. Really? Come on. Oh, I ran into this problem earlier. Alright, no problem. We can still tear this down this way. Now we can walk the hell out of here. Okay. We need a bigger area for these guys. But yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, fireball the thing. And the cooldown is sick. I'll show you the area later on that I tamed him at and created a pen for him. Or taming areas. It was a pain, but we pulled it off. But anyway, you'll notice I'm crafting some cloth just because, like I said before, always trying to craft something if you can is a big deal. So anyway, our first quick tip is potions can be expensive. Now I know they're good, for mana regeneration and health. But a quick tip too that can be really helpful is just eating raw plants. Good example, right here, buffalo felt leaves. They consume to replenish 10 mana. Alright, so we put that there. Alright, now, notice the cooldown is, they basically have no cooldown. You can just spam the button. That makes them really nice. We just cranked out like 50 mana. Alright, and we got the Kilmer flower, which are a little harder to get. They're 15 mana. Again, next to no cooldown. Look at our mana going up. Now they can be really helpful in situations where if you have a garden and you're doing those, you can get stacks of them no problem. And this one's really good, rowan berries. Now I actually have about 60 rowan berries seeds to plant, and you're talking about 20 health and 20 mana per pop with next to no cooldown. Actually, you see that. I mean, they have no cooldown, next to no cooldown. So, being able to get a lot of the plants to carry around, and they have bigger stack, and good-sized stacks and stuff, you can almost crank out as much mana and health as you would, like, with potions. So don't underestimate plants as potions. So that's right there is a good tip for you. All right, we're gonna call this tip number 2. Obviously, teleport or blink and run are really good, and haste. But I discovered too that using pounce, and I have extended range on it because you actually do get more range. It's not a ton more range, but you do get it. Pounce does really good damage, and it's almost a sprint like watch. It's a blink. I mean, it's a short range blink, and watch that cooldown. Way better. I mean, you can almost spam it. So if you want to combine that somehow with actual blink and haste, boom, boom, boom. By the time you want to get back to these, boom. So pounce is a really good blink type situation. So essentially you can have like 3 blinks, or like 2 blinks and a teleport, put it like that. Also, it's very useful for like right here. Watch this. Animals that can be hard to get. Maybe. Try this another way. Watch, dead. It actually does a good amount of damage. Like, it does a lot of damage. A surprising amount of damage. And I always recommend as much distance on blink as you can get. Watch this. Boom. And the dragon didn't even touch it. Oh, you want some? Look at that damage. It does good damage. Now, between him doing it and me, but it does good damage depending on the weapon that you have it on. So, I highly recommend using that for like another blink. And it's got a lot of damage. See that? Oh, we almost fell. Look at that. That was pure damage. And that was an easy way to get those animals that are hard to get. Oh, look. Rabbit. And then you can, incorporate your other stuff into that. Where'd he go? But you get my point, though. Oh, there he is. He wants to die. So he's dead. That dragon's awesome. I love him so much. But yeah, so there's another tip for you. All right, we're going to call this tip number 3. So we're going to put our dragon on stay defensive. Now, and again, I'm saying this and I say it every time, but if people know these, great. You know what? Awesome. And if you don't, then, I hope it helps. I just hope people find them useful. And, if not, I, do apologize for wasting your time. But anyway, let's say you want to transport a lot of stuff you can't carry. Like you've been out farming, you have a ton of weight on you. Let's pretend this is like, 500 stone or something. Okay. All right. But you don't want to risk, like, taking somebody to an area, or you want to move and build to a different building location. By the way, that's my neighbor's castle. A really cool neighbor, and his castle's amazing. Anyway, and again, a lot of people might not know this. All right. So, there's a bear. See how much damage we can do to a bear. He's only level 4, but yeah, good amount. No, that pound spell is really helpful. But anyway, back to this. So let's say you want to move large amounts of stuff, but let's say you have a ground creature and you don't want to walk them over, whatever. People may or may not know that if creatures, number one, they will teleport to you. So you can go, and if if you have a creature that you want to get to you quick, and he's at home, and you were out flying around scouting or whatever, all you got to do is go hit N as the default key, bring up your tame list, and go follow. Okay? Now, he won't immediately come. However, there he is. Okay, he did. He did pretty quick. Take a few steps, and there he is. Not only there he is, but there he is with your stuff that you were carrying, that you wanted to carry. Great way to move a whole bunch of stuff, and you can do it with all 4 of your tames. They will teleport to you. It's also great that if you tame something like a fresh tame, and you want to get, like, in fact, when I tamed him, in my area that I tamed him at, I didn't have a saddle with me. And I didn't really feel comfortable for him following me home through a bunch of crazy stuff. So I just put him on stay defensive, got my ass out of there by myself, and then went back to my house, and then he teleported to me. So it's great to get creatures around, and also great to get to transport goods. So there we go with another one. And here, all right, here's a tip that I may have mentioned before, but we're going to say it again anyway. Always use Bloodlust. Okay? Always use Bloodlust because of the 20% to damage and 40% to health that it adds. Okay? Also, I always keep, like, my Pacify and Extract spells on a different one. So, we can do that. Now, also, and I was putting a lot of range on, but as you can see now, I've used a few higher tier ingredients, but you want damage as much as possible. The range on these is really good either way, but you want damage, and you want to put the extract on the highest possible weapon you can get your hands on. Okay, because the higher the damage, watch the stone pop up. You see how quick I'm gathering that? The higher the damage, the faster you gather. You still get 1 per, and you still may get the same amount per node. I don't know about that. I haven't tested that yet. But look how quickly we're getting it. We'll see what we're going to get from 1 stone. So from 1 stone, we got 42. Not bad. So again, the higher the damage, okay, the more you're going to, the faster, at least the faster you're going to get. Potentially the more. So definitely do that. And I do recommend, the only problem with keeping a separate, like a couple of spells on separate wands, is if you die and they're not equipped, you're gonna lose. Like having that is my heal for me and my pets, and then having this on. I mean, if I were to die right now, it's gonna stay on my body or my back. So that can be rough. You're gonna lose a high level item. But nonetheless, I still prefer it because it lets me keep my spells that I would use more hotkey. So I do recommend it. Alright, and probably the last tip for this one that I can think of, it just actually popped up, but we might not even get to it. Every now and again you'll see that a rift has appeared on the map. What that is, and I didn't know this at first, it'll be a little picture of, like, whatever that is, okay? But the reality of it is, that will turn it into a big old treasure bag with a bunch of stuff in it, like, a lot of good stuff. So we're going to try to get there before anybody else, because people tend to flock to these things. Now, there's a few people on the server right now. We may or may not get to it. There's 3 other people on. Now, depending on how fast they can get there, it'll stay a rift for a little while, and I'll show you that quick. We'll go over there. Hopefully we don't get our butt too kicked. I mean, we should be fine. Let me put my... Let's get my ring on so we can get some mana back. Alright, we want to go, for this one, our closest spot here is Crystal View, which, to be honest, a bit of a dangerous spot. That might be a dangerous spot. However, we do have the dragon. So, it won't be as bad for us. And the cool thing is, too, is you can use these rifts while mounted, so... Or the teleport, so... bonus. We gotta be careful here because I really don't want to lose this dragon. I love him. He's awesome. And our level as 35, still not high enough for this area. So we gotta watch our ass here. I like using waypoint marks for everything. I wish we could mark more than one waypoint, and maybe they'll let us at some point. But for now, without mods, and I don't know if there are any, you can only mark the one. So, anyway, that's what a rift looks like. It's hard to see. We got to be careful here, though. See that little glowy thing in the snow there? There we go. That will turn into a big old bag of loot. Hopefully nobody else shows up before we get it. So we gotta be careful. Let's put him on passive. Because I don't want him flying off when we get attacked. Let's get all this crap on him. There we go. We're just going to kind of chill here. It takes a few minutes, so bear with me here. But I'll show you how worth it these are to get. Normally they do spawn in the higher areas. Like, if I draw a line across the map, they're normally up in here. I have seen them down in here, but, you know, normally they are up in the higher areas. See, there's, oh, that's a phoenix. Saw my own shadow. I thought it was me, or I thought it was another dragon. Oh shit. Yeah, and I hope, really hope they're not actual. That was a big dragon. We have almost 17,000 HP and 11,000 mana. This dragon can take a beating. I just don't want to have to. I'm a little scared up in this area. We're not high enough level yet. Somebody else might show up. See down there? I think that's an actual monster. But I love this dragon. These black dragons are amazing. Because you can hover. Just I'll have to do a video on clearing camps. They're just so great for leveling quicker. They're really amazing. But you'll see what happens here shortly, hopefully, without anybody coming to mess with us. I mean, we can do some damage. And the dragon will take a good chunk of it. Plus, he does hold a lot of weight, and you'll see why that's important here in a second. We might get lucky and nobody shows up. Having high magic find, by the way, is also key. The higher your magic find, the better loot you're going to find in chests, basically in everything. Everything you loot, the higher your magic find, the better the loot you're going to find. Very useful. Come on. Takes a few minutes. Takes a few minutes. I love this dragon. We got to be careful. I want to get a phoenix, but they're a little above our pay grade right now. And you got to build a pen of some kind to trap them. And unlike Ark, you can't kite creatures real far. Not without, I mean, you really can't kite them that far without them, you know, they'll de-aggro and go back to their spawn. And that's good and bad. It forces you to do tames and do things in that creature's area. And it actually keeps you from being able to grief like a lot of low-level people. Because the one thing that I didn't know was wild creatures do damage to structures. Because I was wondering why I would ever need defenses for my base on a PvE server. It turns out, you learn the hard way that stuff can be damaged. Stuff can be damaged. Now, I don't know if my base that has my throne can be damaged. I'm pretty sure it can. I've seen it take some damage, little bits. But like abandoned structures, like I do have an outpost thrown down. That's that red throne, top of the map. And then that green one is my main house. Outpost, I recommend getting the outpost thrown as quick as you can, just to give you somewhere else around the map you can put a respawn point and a protected area. It's, I mean, literally an outpost for a reason. No one else may show up here. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping not. Hopefully it pops soon. I want you to see it. For those of you who have not, these are very, very useful. Oh. Oh, God. That Phoenix is scaring me. I don't know. I don't know. That might be somebody flying around. Just want them to leave me alone until this thing pops. This... What the hell's that? Somebody's here. Somebody's definitely here. The dragon's loud. Get rid of our marker. God damn, it's getting dark. Okay, dragon, I get it. You're loud. There you go. Not as loud now. We're gonna have to do this quick, or risk getting our ass kicked. I heard somebody. I don't see anybody. Do you see anybody? I don't right now. See, I hear something. I hear somebody. God, I didn't realize it took this long. Holy crap. Come on. Where can they find a black dragon? Areas they don't want to go. No, it's not too bad. I mean, you got to be within 10 levels to tame something, for anybody that didn't know that. This one was level 44 when I tamed him. I'm level 35, so that's within 9 levels. Alright, watch this. Wait, what? What the hell just happened there? What the fuck? What the hell? How could somebody have just gotten that? Okay, well, you... What the fuck? Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to end it there, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this bullshit, so... Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and at least you got a peek at that loot, and, we'll see you next time. Thanks.